PT. PT stood for Playable Teaser and was a demo of a new Silent Hill game to be released for PS4. It was released on the PlayStation Store in 2015, but removed after director Hideo Kojima was laid off by Konami, most likely due to a falling out between him and the company. Obviously, production of the new Silent Hill game was cancelled, and thus, the playable teaser is no longer available on the PlayStation Store. The only way to go back and access it is if you happen to have a PS4 or PSN account with PT downloaded onto it.
Here's how it started a long time ago. The legend of the hammer and how it began to grow.
Hammerman. Hammerman was a cartoon that went along with the 90s tradition of making cartoons based on random celebrities. These tended to be really low in quality and were rarely preserved well. The animation in this particular show was some of the most stilted I've ever seen, and the show is particularly known for having an awful theme song, which shouldn't even happen when a musician is the focal point of the show. Currently, only a few episodes are available, with the rest only being available in an incredibly low quality, in dubbed form, or lost entirely. The last 3 episodes of the show are entirely missing, and all that's known about them is the title. Because of the limited release and the unpopularity of the show, it's unlikely much more of the show will surface anytime soon. Hardcore Pawn, Chris Bohr's episode. Chris Bohrs is famous, or in some circles infamous, for being known as the irate gamer on YouTube. According to Bohrs, at some point in 2014 he mentioned he would make an appearance on a reality show, to which he later elaborated he'd be making an appearance on the show Hardcore Pawn, a show about a pawn shop owner, Les Gold, in Detroit. No such episode ever aired though, and the show has been cancelled for some time now, leading to some questioning Bohrs' truthfulness. The only evidence in favor of his episode existing, or at least being recorded, is this photo. Apple Pie. Apple Pie was a sitcom that only aired 2 of its 8 episodes in 1978 before being cancelled. It was about a lonely woman who moves to Kansas City during the Great Depression, who puts in a newspaper ad for people to become her makeshift family. No footage from the show has survived. ABC never aired any reruns, and there has been no home media releases of the show. The only surviving materials from the show are advertisements and the show's intro. Everything else is lost. And since Rue McClanahan remains silent on the show up to her death, it's likely we will never find any footage.
After this word, Chief Roy gets cuffed to a con man, thrown by love, and tied up with a blonde. Then meet the family that found each other in the want ads on the premiere of Apple Pie.
Late Kick, the independent episodes. Late Kick is a series of live shows hosted by Josh Pate on the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel. Because the episode numbering system starts at 1, you may think there aren't any missing episodes. But the numbering system only started over once Josh was hired by 24/7 Sports. At one point there was actually a dedicated channel to Late Kick, where Josh would upload episode clips and stream episodes live. Every episode and clip that was uploaded to that channel is now missing, except for one. CBS could have possibly asked him to delete the episodes prior to the move, but this is unlikely, as the episodes from his old Facebook page prior to the YouTube channel still remain. Considering I've asked him about this very topic before and got a vague answer, it's unlikely those episodes will ever become viewable again.
He knows what's about to happen. He knows, in all likelihood, he just coached his last game at LSU. That's not what stuck with me the most. What stuck with me the most was his wife leaned over on one of those wrought iron gates there that surround Jordan-Hare Stadium, Pat Dye Field, and she couldn't even look at him. She had her back to him, and she couldn't bear to watch it because she knew, just like he knew, what was about to happen.
For Leah, In the last episode, we talked about a piece of Vsauce lost media. Well, apparently I wasn't done. For Leah was a song by Jake Chudnow, who composed a lot of the music the three Vsauce channels used in their videos. And while a lot of those songs are readily available for listen on various platforms, one of the more prominent ones is seemingly missing. Jake is usually very secretive, and quite a large segment of his music is privately held by him, not available to the public. This song has eluded the internet for some time, even going back to old tweets where nothing seemed to materialize. If you want to listen to the song, a YouTube user was able to reconstruct parts of the song using AI, though you can tell it's not perfect. Here's a clip of a Vsauce video that uses the song.
Now, sometimes a lone reasoner will have a bad idea, or a decent idea with some bad parts. The reasons they have to justify for and argue for it will be sufficient for them and those who intuitively agree.
Out of Jimmy's Head. Out of Jimmy's Head was Cartoon Network's first live-action series, based on the movie Reanimated. It's also a show I reviewed way back when I first started this channel. As bad as that review was, the show was worse. It was known for its bad production values, bad writing, and that was even aside from the obvious criticism that it was a live-action show on Cartoon Network. All of these criticisms led to Cartoon Network canceling the show after only one season and burying it as much as possible. Only the first 3 episodes of the show were released on DVD, and only the first 10 episodes can be watched in English. Episodes 11 through 20 can be watched, but only in certain dubbed versions. Due to the embarrassment caused by this show to Cartoon Network, it's very unlikely they themselves would release any more episodes of the show, especially due to how much time has passed since the show's cancellation. Back in 2004, Spike TV tried their hand at a political commentary cartoon show, and that show was called This Just In. It did not pan out very well. The show was poorly animated as Flash was used to expedite the process to stay topical. This, combined with the boring nature of the show, led it to be cancelled very quickly. Only 4 episodes were ever made and aired, and the first one is completely lost. Now that Spike TV is Paramount Network, it's possible the show could be put on Paramount Plus, but that hasn't happened yet. The only way the first episode could be found is if someone happened to have a recording of this show in the 1-month window in 2004 that it aired.
It's nice of the warden to give you a pass tonight.
Hey, I don't need my wife's permission to hang out and have a beer with my friends.
Online Nation. Back in 2007, Rhett and Link got their own TV show where they, along with 2 other hosts, would showcase internet videos sent to them by viewers. The show did not last very long, and with CW basically burying footage of the show, nothing close to a full episode has surfaced online. If you want to watch clips, there have been some uploaded to YouTube, including a promo of the show uploaded back in 2007. There is also an episode of Good Mythical Morning where Rhett and Link showcase various clips from the show. Rhett and Link themselves likely don't have the ability or want to release any of the episodes of the show, so unless someone had made some recordings of the show in the short time it aired in 2007, the show will most likely remain lost.
We'd just be another ordinary show.
In addition to sending in content, you'll also be able to provide feedback and viewer responses to the videos you see.
But enough babble, you get it. You're uploading them, we're finding them, so let's get watching.
Enough babble,
Hey,
you get it.
You get it.
We actually...
Burger Shop 3. Some of you might remember when I live streamed the game Burger Shop a little over a year ago. Well, believe it or not, that game and its sequel hold significance to me as they are my favorite in the time management genre. Rumors of a third game in this series have been circling around since basically the second game came out 11 years ago. And the developer has been delaying the game since then. GoBit Games has been making Facebook posts teasing the release of a third game since at least 2011. The last time the Facebook page was active was 2018, and at this point the status of Burger Shop 3 and the company of GoBit Games is in question. It's really unknown how far in development the game got or if the game has been privately scrapped. And it's unknown when or if the game will release. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.